Welcome and thank you all for joining us today on our virtual More Tour. We are coming to you live from our Color Event Center in Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Over the next couple of weeks, we're also holding live More Tour events at select kitchens across North America. If after today's event you're interested in attending one in person, you can check out our website, rationalusa.com, and register. The great thing about a live event is that you will be able to also smell and enjoy the food. I'm Jim Lund. I am the Director, Design and Consultant Resources at Rational Cooking Systems. And joining me in the kitchen today is National Corporate Chef Billy Buck, along with Corporate Chef Administrator Natasha Daniels.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Today, we'll be showing you our new generation of cooking systems and how fast and easy it can be to prepare a wide variety of delicious menu items. Here in North America, you know Rational as the leading global manufacturer of commercial combi ovens with a 60% market share. Our all-new iCombi Pro is the next generation that you will see here today. For years, Rational has also been supplying commercial kitchens with another device that is based on contact heat for boiling, pan frying, and deep frying. We're very excited to now introduce this cooking system, the iVario Pro, to chefs in North America. We are constantly striving for new innovations and improvements in our cooking systems. So over the next hour, we will show you what Rational has been developing for the past couple of years, all driven by our customer needs. We have worked hard to elevate the Rational Combi to the next level. We took seriously the task of aligning our equipment to the future needs of our customers very seriously and spent over $50 million in R&D to accomplish this. The new cooking systems incorporate more intelligence, more speed, and more accuracy than ever before. Features such as a new and improved climate control system, a 12-minute quick cleaning cycle, and ultimate flexibility by allowing multiple foods to be cooked at the same time, all while increasing productivity with faster cook times. Today is just a preview of our new generation. At the end, we'll let you know about other ways for you to learn more. Today, you will see that intelligence is the key of our new cooking systems. Along with intelligence, we have 6 virtual assistants. These assistants are like our sous chefs in the kitchen. They allow anyone to have better cooking results. There are 4 assistants in the iCombi Pro and 3 in the iVario Pro. There is 1 assistant called the iCooking Suite that is the same in both cooking systems. The chefs will be demonstrating these assistants today and how it benefits any kitchen operation. Before we show you these assistants, though, the chefs are eager to first introduce our 2 new cooking systems. Hey, Chef Billy, why don't you show us the kitchen of the future now?
I'm honored to do so. Here you can see we've got our new iCombi Pro and our new iVario Pro. We now have 2 cooking systems with 1 operating concept. These 2 cooking systems can handle up to 90% of all the cooking applications in your professional kitchen. Today you're going to be seeing a lot of sizzle, smoke, and steam coming from our kitchen, and you're going to see Natasha and I going from one piece of equipment to the next. Our ultimate goal is to show you how you can bring intelligent productivity, intelligent efficiency, and intelligent flexibility to your kitchen by using our 2 new cooking systems. Without further ado, I'd like to pass it over to Chef Natasha, and she's going to teach you all about the brand new iVario Pro.
Thank you so much, Billy. Hi, everyone. My name is Natasha, and I am super excited to be working on the all-new iVario Pro. Rational has brought its cooking intelligence to contact heat. The iVario Pro is for intelligent boiling, intelligent pan frying, and even intelligent deep frying. You'll be able to see today how we can cook up to 4 times faster than any other conventional appliance of its kind, and while using up to 40% less energy. So let's begin. What I'll do first is get started on our first dish today, which is a pasta primavera. On the left side of the pan here, I'm going to be making pasta, and on the right, I'll be preparing the chicken and vegetable primavera. So let's get started. To prepare the pasta, all I have to do is select which side of the pan I would like to be working on, and then indicate that I would like to boil pasta. There, you can see now that our automatic water dispenser is automatically filling up the 5 gallons of water that I need to boil a full batch of pasta. Or, if I would like, I can actually dial it in to the exact quart. So while that's preheating, why don't we take a look now at the all-new iVario Pro.
Don't stop now. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
You just saw a sneak peek of the 3 assistants in the iVario Pro: the iCooking Suite, iVario Boost, and iZone Control. Chef Natasha will be using all 3 assistants to prepare her dishes today. But first, Chef Billy, why don't you show us the first assistant in the iCombi Pro?
We're going to start today with iDensity Control. iDensity Control is the intelligent climate management system of the iCombi Pro. It doesn't matter if we're steaming food, baking food, roasting, pan frying, or even grilling food. Climate is king when it comes to the food. So iDensity Control is going to make sure that we have the perfect climate for the food regardless of what we're cooking. We would like to demonstrate that for you today by showing you a full load of New York strips. I'm going to be working here with my diamond and grill grates, and I have our steaks already preloaded and ready to go there. So now the iCombi Pro is telling me to load. So I'm going to go ahead and open the door there, insert my first batch of steaks, and then I want to go ahead and take my core temperature probe, and I'm going to insert that right into the steaks there. Place that right back in onto our diamond and grill grate there. And while I load the rest of these steaks, let's learn about iDensity Control in further detail.
I want to point out that compared to our previous models, we now have 2 fans in our 10-pan systems, and we have 3 fans in our 20-pan systems. This gives the iCombi better heat distribution for faster and more uniform cooking results. Let me show you this with some more detailed animation. You see here that the fan wheels can independently change speed and direction at any time, so the airflow adjusts and distributes the heat evenly throughout the entire cooking cabinet. This is the key to high density control. Excellent productivity, exceptional uniformity, short cooking times with maximum flavor. Let's head back to the kitchen. Hey, Chef Billy, can you please explain the importance and impact of high density control on food?
Absolutely. As you can see here, as the steaks are cooking, they're actually giving off moisture. When the moisture is coming out of the steaks, we need to make sure that we're able to control that climate, because if we have too high of a humidity level, there's no way we're ever going to be able to brown and put grill marks on these steaks. So as you can see, what's going to happen is we have the ability to actively dehumidify far greater than any cooking system that we've ever prepared. So now that we have the ability to actively dehumidify far greater, you have the ability to have increased load size. That brings greater productivity to your kitchen. So while we sit here and the steaks are going to be cooking, we want to go ahead and I'm going to send it back over to my colleague, Chef Natasha, and she's going to be teaching us about our next assistant.
Thank you. So what I'm going to get started on is the other half of our pasta dish, our chicken and vegetable primavera. The next assistant that'll help us during this process is the iCooking suite. The iCooking suite is the all-new intelligence in both the iCombi Pro and in the iVario Pro. So Billy right now is using the iCooking suite to grill his steaks, and I'm gonna be using the iCooking suite over here to cook my chicken. So I'm gonna get started with the pan. All I have to do again is select the side of the pan that I would like to work on, indicate that I would like to cook our chicken primavera as per the program that I have saved, and that's gonna get started for us. So a little bit more on the iCooking suite. iCooking suite is going to help guide and prompt me throughout the entire process. I have chicken, vegetables, sauce, and wine for deglazing. Throughout the entire process and the entire heating, the iVario Pro is going to guide and prompt me. So you see here that we have two cooking systems with one operating concept. And again, like we mentioned earlier, we're able to cover over 90% of all of your cooking tasks in the professional kitchen. So why don't we take a look right now at the all-new iCooking suite.
There you have it, iCooking Suite, giving reliable and consistent results, efficient production, and easy to use. Back to the kitchen. Hey, Chef Natasha, what's next?
So now both sides of the pan actually are already preheated.
Holy cow, that took like 90 seconds during the video and that pan's ready for the chicken?
Exactly. So what I'm going to do first is load in our pasta. I have some rigatoni here that I'm going to place on our loading arm. I'm going to indicate that I would like to load the pasta now. And we'll see right before our eyes that our auto lift feature is going to automatically lower the pasta right into the water, and then we'll see a little bit later that it's going to automatically lift it right on out. Again, I have so many times overcooked pasta just because I maybe wasn't paying attention or I couldn't get it out of the pan fast enough. So on the other side, I'm gonna get started with searing our chicken. So the next assistant that I would like to discuss is iVario Boost. iVario Boost is the intelligent heating system of the iVario Pro. This is why we have super fast preheating times. The water was boiling in no time. The other side of the pan was already preheated in under 90 seconds. In all of our models, we are actually able to heat the pan base up to 400 degrees in under 3 minutes. So we're gonna get started with searing our chicken. I'm gonna add some fat to the pan. There we go. And then I'm going to add in our chicken.
I can hear that sizzle that Chef Billy was talking about.
Exactly. So this is where the sizzle comes in. You can not only hear, but you can also see that we're getting a really powerful sear on the chicken. iVario Boost gives us combined speed and power. So we're getting a really even sear from corner to corner of the pan. The entire pan base is covered by our ceramic heating elements, and this is allowing us to have a super even sear, a really powerful sear, and to have that power on reserve to make sure that our sear keeps going even when we put cold items into the pan. So while that sears, let's take a closer look now at iVario Boost.
And there you have it, iVario Boost. No burning, no boiling over, juicy meat, exceptional uniformity. Oof, something smells good in the kitchen. What's going on back there, Chef?
Well, as you can see here over in the iCombi Pro, it's telling me that that full load of steaks is actually done. You can see we're working with our UltraVent Plus on this particular unit, so I'm gonna pop open the door, and now we're gonna take care of the smoke part of our presentation, but the UltraVent Plus is gonna do that for me automatically. Here you can see a Combi Duo under a recirculating hood system. This is an absolute game changer. Now I can go ahead and I'm gonna remove these steaks, Natasha. I know you've got a lot of action going on over there, so I'm gonna send it back to you.
Exactly. So I actually was able to add in some of our heartier vegetables. I also added in some aromatics. I gave my chicken a quick stir, and I'll do one more. The wonderful thing about the iCooking Suite and the iVario Pro is that I am still the chef. I'm still able to sear it to the amount that I would like. I'm still able to deglaze to the amount that I would like and let the iVario Pro know that I would like to move on. And so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to indicate that I am fully seared. I'm very happy with that searing that I have on the chicken and vegetables. And now it's prompting me to deglaze. So what I'm going to do is take my white wine that I have here and deglaze. Wow, and we can see that was just an entire bottle of wine right there. So this is a very important step in the process. We want to make sure that we get more heat to the pan or remove the heat from the pan. And again, iVario Boost is helping us out with this. So I'm just gonna give this one more stir and then we'll move on.
Okay, well, I can go ahead and draw our attention back over here to the iCombi Pro side because my first dish is coming together. But I had the assistance of the iVario Pro, and I want to show you how our cooking systems are coming together right here with the first plate up. So you can see now that we've got all those beautiful grill marks, right? We didn't have to go back and touch the steak and feel the steak to find out when it was done because we had the core temperature probe in there. And the iCooking suite figured out how large are the steaks, how many of them is it cooking at one time, and it makes any necessary adjustments to the cooking path automatically to give me the result I'm looking for in coloration and doneness. But in the meantime, what we also prepared here was this beautiful demi. Now, we prepared that demi in the iVario Pro just by making a traditional veal stock overnight. But after we got the veal stock strained out the next morning, we were able to go back to the iCooking suite of the iVario Pro, and we were able to go ahead and use its boil down feature. Typically, a demi takes 3 days from start to finish. We were able to turn that into 1.5 days because we were able to boil down our stock in just 70 minutes. And we didn't have to worry about it boiling over. We didn't have to worry about it scorching because remember, the intelligence helped manage that for us. So let's go ahead and have a look at the inside of our steaks here. You saw the beautiful grill marks, and now I can show you the beautiful doneness that we have there on the inside. Now, while I go ahead and plate this first one, I would like you to recognize how you can now see our cooking systems working for you in the kitchen. Now let's learn about how you can work with our cooking systems even from outside of the kitchen.
That's right, Chef Billy. That's ConnectedCooking. It's our networking solution by Rationale. And now, with free Wi-Fi built into our cooking systems, it's even easier to connect your kitchen. Being a cloud-based solution means that the user can be miles away from the cooking systems and still be able to monitor what's happening in the kitchen. Not only does this save time, but it also guarantees standardization. This is extremely beneficial with operators having multiple locations. With Rational Cooking Systems and ConnectedCooking, this truly is the kitchen of the future. A tried and tested team. As Chef Billy and Natasha said, for 90% of all cooking processes in professional kitchens, both appliances add to that benefit. iKitchen is productive and flexible like never before. The iCombi Pro is known for baking, roast, and grilled products like chicken or steaks. It can also be used for vegetables, pastas, and convenient fried food. And then there's the iVario Pro. It's great for soups, sautés, stir-fries, and pan-fried or deep-fried items like burgers and French fries. And when the pressure is on in the kitchen, both appliances are ideal because they can support each other in many cooking applications. This gives the kitchen maximum flexibility. Also, thanks to the high efficiency of each cooking system, we now offer lower energy consumption, lower water consumption, reduced cooking losses, and greater time savings. This gives the maximum benefit to any operator. Let's take a look at iKitchen in more detail. There you have it, iKitchen, productive and flexible like never before. So let's head back to the kitchen now. Hey, Chef Natasha, what's happening in the kitchen right now?
So we can see now on the right side of the pan, our cooking is complete. And so our chicken and vegetable primavera is done. And right here on the left side of the pan, we have about 8 seconds left on our pasta. So we'll be able to see our auto lift feature, again, come into action. I can't tell you how many times that I've overcooked pasta just because I was not paying attention, or maybe I couldn't get it out of the pot fast enough. So there we have it. We see our pasta being automatically lifted right out of that water. So what I'm going to do now is finish up our pasta dish. What I'll do is I will take the pasta and I'll put it inside the other half of the pan. There we go. And with a flip of a switch, I'm able to drain the pasta water out of the pan valve located in the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to give my pasta a quick stir. And I'll begin to place it in a hotel pan for serving. So we can see here, as I am lifting up the pan, our pan is actually mounted in the front. This allows for very safe and ergonomic unloading of food because I don't have to chase the food with the pan. I don't have to worry about the food going anywhere except for the pan that I have located on the stand here. So as I am placing our pasta right into the hotel pan, we can see the bottom of that pan. No sticking, no burning, no scorching. And this is, again, all due to iVario Boost. So I'm going to pass this right on off to Billy to plate up, and then we'll come back in a bit and see just how easy and simple it is to clean the iVario Pro.
Thank you very much, Natasha. That doesn't only look delicious, it also smells delicious. Before we start to plate this up, I'd like to start to talk a little bit about more flexibility. So what we have here, compared to any cooking system that we've ever produced, we have brought more flexibility. Within the cooking path here, you now have the ability to go in and change different colorations if you need to. If you decide that you want your chicken to be a little bit darker, you can flexibly select that. If you say, oh, that's a new seasoning we're trying out, and I need that chicken is going to be too dark, you can turn down the level of coloration on your iCombi Pro. But we're going to go ahead and leave ours right there. Just wanted to explain how flexible that was from any cooking system that we've ever produced in the past. It's a game changer for me and one of the things that I'm most excited about, that's for sure. But now I want to show you how we can really bring that flexibility. Ultimate flexibility. Our cooking systems have always been known for their ability to produce food at a very high quality and at a very, very fast rate, as well as be very, very accurate and intelligent. But now we've brought more flexibility with our new iProduction Manager. The iProduction Manager allows me to cook different items at the same time. But the beauty of the iProduction Manager is I can go ahead and I can join the chicken that's cooking right now to get all of my side dishes prepared for you. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm simply going to come over to the control panel here, and I'm going to select the iProduction Manager. Now the iCombi Pro is asking me, do I want to bring the iProduction Manager aboard? Absolutely. I simply confirm that. And now you can see that the operating system is going to change over. And we're getting now a rack system. Here you have rack 1 all the way down to rack 6 on our 6 half-size unit here. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to prepare for you some nice roast fingerling potatoes. So again, I'm going to pop open the door and we're going to let our iCombi Pro using the UltraVent Plus here to take care of that smoke. And then we'll open the door, and then I'm going to take the side dishes, and I'm going to introduce them onto the cooking scene here. So there you have it. Our potatoes go down right down below so they can cook and all that beautiful juice coming off of the chickens. In go my roasted vegetables, and here's our cauliflower gratin. I'm going to go ahead and simply place those in, and then I'm going to close the door. I'd like to bring your attention back to the control panel now. You can see here that we've got a little ticket board that we have set up, but we now have a flexi ticket. I can go ahead as a chef, and I can look at those products, and I can say, all right, my roasted potatoes, that's a 12-minute time. So I'm going to go ahead and select my flexi ticket, and then you can see that I'm just going to go ahead and very easily make a 12-minute ticket. And then I'm going to place that ticket right on the level that it happens to be cooking there. Then I can say, oh, roasted vegetables, have a look at those. That's a 7-minute cook time in my book. So I'm going to go ahead and dial that down, make my 7-minute ticket there, and I'm going to simply select the shelf, the level that I'm cooking those items on too. So there's my 7-minute ticket. I place that right on the rack there, and now you can see I have 2 timers. But I know my gratin works perfectly if I cook that for 8.5 minutes, so I'll make one other ticket there. That's that 8.5-minute ticket, and I'm going to go ahead and place that on the top rack. And now you can see how flexibly I've been able to go from the iCooking suite into the iProduction Manager, bringing more efficiencies to my kitchen. So while these products cook, let's go ahead and learn about the iProduction Manager in more detail.
There you have it, the iProduction Manager. It optimizes your food production, giving you consistent results with greater flexibility. All along, time, money, and energy is always saved. Now let's head back to the kitchen one more time. Hey, Chef Natasha, you got both sides of that iVario Pro cleaned already?
Exactly. I was able to clean both sides of the iVario Pro in no time at all. So you can see here that I'm just finishing up, rinsing out this side of the pan. I'm using our hand shower, which actually has two different spray patterns. We have the spray, as you see me using now, and with the turn of the nozzle, just like a garden hose, you can actually switch it over to the jet if you really need to get in there. So I'm finished cleaning up the iVario Pro, and we'll move on to our next and final dish. The next dish that we'll be preparing is a chocolate pudding. We want to talk about some delicate items now. So here we have our ingredients for the chocolate pudding. And so we all know with milk-based dishes, puddings, anglaises, pie fillings, and anything of the such, they can be very, very tricky. And this is because milk-based dishes just burn easily. They boil over easily, and they create a giant mess. That's all in the past with the iVario Pro. We saw a little bit earlier about the iVario Boost and the speed and the power that it brings to the game. But we want to take a look now at the precision and the delicate side of iVario Boost. So we're going to get our milk heating right on up here. So on the left side of the pan, I'm again going to indicate that I would like to cook a pudding. I'm being prompted now to add in my product and my core temperature probe, so I will do so. There we go. So there's our milk, and I'm just going to insert the core temperature probe, indicate that I have done so, close the lid, and we'll start preheating the milk. On the other side, I'm going to be creating our final dish, which is a delicious cowboy burger. To make the cowboy burger, I'm going to be using iZone Control, which is the final assistant in the iVario Pro. iZone Control allows me to divide the pan base into different heating zones. In these heating zones, I can operate them at different temperatures and with different cooking paths. Again, this is providing ultimate flexibility to your kitchen. So we'll do that now. So in the back here, I'm going to create a super high heat heating zone. This is for our burger patty. We want to get a real nice good crust on those burger patties, so we need a good sear. On the side here, I'm going to create a medium heating zone. This is for our bacon. We want to make sure that the bacon fat is rendering out, but we don't want the bacon to burn in the process. So that's going to be our medium heating zone. And finally, on the side here, I'm going to create a light toast heating zone. This is for our burger buns. We want to make sure the burger buns are getting a complete and even toast from corner to corner of the bun, but we don't want it to burn because of the other two heating zones. So while I get that going and preheated, why don't we take a closer look now at iZone control.
As you learned with iVario Boost, there are ceramic heating elements and each has its own thermocouple. And due to our intelligent power management functions, these thermocouples measure current cooking conditions once every second. Energy is then directed exactly where it's needed for the specific product. This produces the results you want and the ones you expect. With iZone control, you can divide the pan base into up to 4 individual heating zones. You can operate them using different temperatures or cooking paths and divide the zones however you need. Basically, you're turning one pan into several mini iVarios. This saves you time and energy while giving you more flexibility and the perfect results in every zone. If you have a small batch of product, only select the area that you need. The unused zones are not heated. This really can save energy as well. iZone control, more efficiency and flexibility, greater energy savings, and better food quality. Let's head back to the kitchen now. Chef, what's going on?
Well, we can see here in the iCombi Pro, when I look at the iProduction Manager, we only have about 8 seconds left on the first item that's going to come out. We're going to get different indications here. We'll get an audible sound. We'll also get a visual indication to tell us exactly what's going on. The beautiful part about this visual indication that you see here and with the blinking light, if I'm offline and not in my station, Natasha could easily come over and wouldn't have to determine what product is ready because the iCombi Pro and the iProduction Manager is telling us. So we'll simply pop open the door here, and now I'm going to go ahead and pull out those roasted vegetables. So there we have them, right? The first product is coming out. But you notice I left the door open. I did that because I wanted to show you here. Another feature of the iProduction Manager is here I've put a specific time. I wanted 12 minutes to cook on those, and I wanted a minute to cook over there. If the iProduction Manager wanted to, it would add time back on if it needs to make sure that we get those appropriate cook times. So we're going to continue to cook some of our products over here and let the iProduction Manager look after them. And Natasha, what are you working on next?
So what I'm working on over here are my burgers. All 3 of my heating zones have indicated to me that they are ready to be loaded. So I'm going to season up our burgers here and start loading them in. All the while, the milk is heating up right behind me. I don't have to look at it. I don't have to monitor it. I don't have to stand right next to it like you normally would if you had something on the stove. So I'm just gonna season these up here.
And while you do that, Natasha, I'd like to talk about some more flexibility and some enhancements that we've made to our own operating system. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to the home screen. And for those of you who are familiar with Rationale, no need to worry because you're still going to be able to work with our Combi in manual modes if you'd like to. You have steam, dry, and combination. Then you can see the cooking modes that you're also familiar with. Poultry and meat and seafood. We have eggs and desserts. We also have our side dishes and then baking. But the new feature that we've brought the ability for you to also select and search by cooking method. If you want to use your iCombi Pro as a grill, just simply select the grill button. If you want to use your iCombi Pro as a skillet, simply select the skillet button. And it's going to bring up all the appropriate cooking paths for all foods based on that cooking method. But not only do we have a new cooking method, we also have the ability to choose by different cuisines. But I'm going to come back to the cuisine here momentarily because I can see here that I'm getting another signal, and it's telling me that our potato gratin is done. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that open. Close the door there, and you can see, look how beautiful and brown that is. Look how even the brownness is through that. That only took 8.5 minutes, excuse me, in order to prepare that, but you can see how beautiful golden brown that is. There's side dish number 2. Let's go ahead and talk about our burgers.
So I'm getting ready to load our burgers. My bacon's already in and the timer is begun. So I'm just going to load in my burgers here, and I'm going to use the core temperature probe. Now, the reason I'm using the core temperature probe is because I have multiple items going on at once. I want to make sure that my burgers are cooking to the exact degree. I want to make sure that they are going to be done to the exact doneness that I have prescribed, and I don't want to have to check on them. I'm actually going to have an indication when I need to come back and flip those burgers. So I don't need to monitor it, just like I have flexibility with monitoring my milk.
Well, excellent. So back to our main screen there, we learned about our new way that we can go ahead and search. But we also want to talk about a new way to search different cuisines. Rationale is a manufacturer and a company that sells their products globally in over 120 countries around the world every single year. We also have the ability now to go ahead and set a primary and a secondary cuisine. So I can set my primary cuisine for American, and then I can set a secondary cuisine for Brazilian or Japanese. If I'm looking for different cooking paths from an international perspective, I have the ability to do that all through the search functions and all through the operating systems. That allows me to use the full benefit of my iCombi Pro and my iVario Pro and give us even more flexibility when it comes to different cuisines. You can see here that we're counting down. I've got just about a minute left on those roasted potatoes. Natasha, I see some action on your side.
Yes, so I'm actually adding in my cornstarch slurry, my mixture. It's giving me an indication that I can mix it in, and right now it's giving me an indication that I need to stir. So again, the iVario Pro is intelligent. It knows that I'm working with a fresh product because I have indicated so. And it wants to make sure that our starch and our sugar are not settling right in at the bottom where they could potentially scorch or burn or cause the milk to boil over. So again, this is one more way how the iVario Pro is helping me out.
And I can think of even another way, Natasha. When I was a young chef working back in the production kitchens, I can just feel my back right now. Sitting there watching you stir that pudding, having to stand over it, work a heavy pan full of food, leaving at the end of the day completely sore. We have a new feature over here on our iVario Pro that's going to allow me to go ahead and select my self-adjusting unit. So I can go ahead here and I can go ahead and I can now lift up the pan base to come up so I don't have to bend over if I had to jump on the pudding. Think of the ergonomics and the safety that you can achieve from this. Only piece of equipment I've been able to find in this industry that can actually come up to the working level of the chef who happens to be working it there. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to lower that down there for Natasha because I don't want to make it uncomfortable for you, but look how flexible and easy that is to do. And I can see very easily over behind my shoulder here that I'm actually getting another indication from the iCombi Pro. And it's actually telling me that the last item is done as far as the side dishes go. So I'm simply going to pop open the door there, and my roasted potatoes are ready to come out. We got these yummy little fingerlings ready to go there. And there you can see we've got our third side dish joining the party here, and the chickens are going to be coming in just momentarily here. We'll see those coming up. And Natasha, I see, what are you working on?
So I'm dropping in my burger buns here so they can start toasting. There we go, and I'm again indicated that I have dropped them in. My bacon's done. I'm going to unload that, take it right on out.
Oh, yum.
And I'll pass that over to you to get started
Okay.
plating up.
Thank
Over
you very
here,
much.
I'm going to close out the zone that I have cooking my bacon. So this is one way where you can have energy savings in your kitchen. I don't want that bacon fat unnecessarily burning, right? While I have my burger patty still going and I have my buns just dropped in. So I was able to make sure that there's no heat going to the zone where I was cooking my bacon previously. This is huge.
That's fantastic, Natasha. Bringing even more efficiencies. Imagine if you had one of our larger units. You were using our L model or our XL model that you're going to learn about here momentarily. You had to only maybe fire up 1/3 of that pan. Think of all the energy you can save in your kitchen when you have to do a smaller batch of something and only use the exact amount that you actually need. That's pretty awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead here, and I can see I've gotten the final indication that our chickens are all ready to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop open the door there. And I want to remove those chickens and show you these beautiful roasted golden brown rotisserie style chickens that are coming to join the party here. And when I set these down, I now want to talk about our final assistant of the iCombi Pro. You can see here, if you draw your attention to the internal cabinet here, that we've actually got a very dirty cabinet. We grilled 36 steaks for you in a matter of minutes. High heat, 572 degrees with low humidity. We were able to grill that whole load of steaks. Then we cooked a batch of chickens with all of the side dishes. I want to now talk about our new iCare system. When I select the iCare system, the most exciting thing for me here is I have the ability to clean my cooking system in as little as 12 minutes. Imagine being able to do a batch of chicken, another batch of chicken, and now it's time for the cook to go on break. You can have them set the unit to clean and then go on break, come back, and the unit's going to be ready for more. What a huge savings in efficiency, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select that ultra fast clean. And now we have also our new active green tablets. And these new active green tablets are going to allow us to do this ultra fast clean here. The unit right now is telling me that the cooking cabinet is too hot and then it wants to cool down. So I'm going to open the door. Compared to our old cooking systems, I used to have to take the cleaning chemicals, open them up, and I would put them through the side rail here into the fan basket. We've improved on that as well. So for easy loading, you can see here, I simply take our active green tablet and I'm going to hole in one. I'm going to drop it right down there in the drain. All I have to do is set it in there. While this unit is cooling down, let's go ahead and learn more about the iCare system.
There's the iCare system with its ultra-fast interim clean that Chef Billy's so excited about, using minimal resources, all hygienic and sparkling clean after every clean, with automatic descaling. The new Active Green Cleaner is used in both the iCombi Pro and the manual iCombi Classic. We've increased the number of tabs per bucket by 50%. You now get 150 cleaner tablets in every bucket. This lowers the cost per tablet compared to our previous cleaner. And I'm pleased to announce that now every iCombi receives one free bucket of the Active Green Cleaner and one bucket of Care Tabs. The Care Tabs are the key to having a scale-free steam generator. That is why every iCombi receives a 5-year warranty on the steam generator. And both cooking systems, the iCombi and the iVario, now have a 2-year warranty on parts and labor. Let's see what's happening in the kitchen now. Chef, what's going on?
Well, we're just bringing everything together here. I'm having the funnest part of my day because I get to build these delicious cowboy burgers and garnish the pudding cups. While I'm doing that, let's go ahead and see what Natasha's working on.
So over here, I'm actually done with the pudding. It's coming right on out into my hotel pan with chocolate, and we'll see just how clean the bottom of the pan is. Awesome, so we're just about there. I'm going to grab our iVario spatula and we'll see the bottom of the pan.
Wow, that's impressive.
That looks pretty smooth, that's for sure.
So there we have it. No scorching, no burning, and no boiling over. That was the easiest batch of pudding that I've ever made. So on the other side, our burgers are just about finished, so I'm going to take these out.
Okay. And while you do that, Natasha, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to finish everything up. We want to go back and we're going to learn just a little bit more about some details about the new portfolio coming from Rationale.
Thanks, Chef. Wow, that food sure is impressive. Let me cover just a few more items, and we're going to come back to the kitchen one more time. Let's take a look at the iCombi Pro portfolio. It's available in a ranges of sizes depending on the needs of the operator. From our smallest size, the Electric XS, to our largest, the 20 full size, which is available in gas and electric. Rational has you covered. And then the iVario Pro portfolio has 4 different sizes. Besides the iVario Pro 2S that you saw here today, we also have the 2XS. Both are great for smaller operations. For operations needing larger volumes, we have the iVario Pro L or the iVario Pro XL. The L and XL come standard with a base and feet configuration. We do offer a variety of other stands and bases for all 4 systems, especially the one that Billy just showed you with the electrical height adjustable stand. That's fantastic. And if you want to learn more, we have our new designer webinar series. This is the perfect way to learn about all the features and improvements of both cooking systems in depth. You can sign up for these weekly webcast webinars with live Q&A at rationaleusa.com or watch recorded sessions anytime with our Designer Rationale channel located on GoToStage. And of course, you can contact us to schedule a personal training with you and your team, either in person or virtual, and take a deeper dive into everything Rationale. Whether it's the iCombi Pro, iCombi Classic, iVario Pro, our UltraVents, or our updated Connected Cooking. We can cover it all with your team and even more. So thanks for joining us. Now, back to the kitchen one last time. Chef Billy, holy cow, look at all that food you guys prepared in less than 1 hour in only 1 iVario and 1 iCombi.
That's right, Jim. We've had a blast preparing this for you. You can see that we've been able to grill 36 steaks. We've been able to make our chicken and pasta primavera. We roasted all the side dishes that are going to go along with our rotisserie chickens here. We prepared pudding, and we've also been able to make these delicious cowboy burgers for you. Now, we hope to see you out in the field at a more tour location in your area soon. Thank you very much for your time, and on behalf of Rationale, Chef Natasha Daniels, and myself, Chef Billy Buck, we look forward to seeing you soon.